Despite the struggles, the Phillies' starting pitching continues to impress during the first 6 weeks of the season. The Phillies' homegrown left-hander has been dominating this year and unflappable over his last 4 starts. A week ago, Cole delivered a message to the Nationals and delivered a message to the rest of baseball that the rotation is determined and as strong as ever. Every day at the ballpark is a celebration of this great game, but today it's extra special. It's Mother's Appreciation Day here at the ballpark. All the young ladies coming into the yard get the scarf compliments of the folks at Stroman's. It's going to be a gorgeous afternoon for baseball as we celebrate Mother's Day in the final game of this 3-game series between the Phils and the Padres. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy along with Chris Wheeler. Happy Mother's Day. We hope everyone is enjoying themselves no matter where it is that they're celebrating this afternoon. Today, the Phillies will celebrate the return of Cole Hamels, and they're hoping that he can pick up right where he left off last Sunday night.
Well, he's been their most consistent pitcher, Tom, no doubt about it. Roy Halladay, he's really pitched well, but he just can't seem to pick up a win. Cole, on the other hand, has been able to. Who could forget this last start? Certainly got a lot of pub, especially after Cole talked about hitting Bryce Harper, and then did Zimmerman hit him on purpose? Sure looked like it, but that was the end of it right there, and then it continued, as we all know. But what a game he pitched against Washington last Sunday night in front of the whole nation. Had a great changeup, used his cutter effectively, just dominated the Washington Nationals. In fact, he was pitching so well in that game that he was going to go out and pitch the 9th inning after a strong 8th inning, but Phillies blew the game open in the top of the 9th inning, and he only went the 8th. This is what he's done in his last 4 starts. The Phillies have won his last 5 starts. Unlike what's happening with Roy Halladay, the Phillies seem to win when Cole goes out there, and they score some more runs for him, and that certainly is really, really important because they don't do that for Doc.
Yeah, one of the big issues that Doc has had is that the Phillies haven't put up a whole lot of offense, as Wheels just alluded to, and last night was the same old story.
Same old story. It was kind of a microcosm of what's been going on right now. It's a shame. They get opportunities late in games, these tight games, and they're just not able to score. They had gift-wrapped a couple runs for them here in this inning, but then Hunter Pence, who's just struggling right now with runners in scoring position, pops up, and then Ty Wigginton, who's in a funk also offensively. Little flinch there by Bartlett at shortstop. Victorino just out. Then in the 9th inning with Jimmy Rollins at second, Shane Victorino strikes out, and then here's Hunter Pence again on a high fastball. He goes down on strikes. So this is the team offense this season, where they go as far as National League ranking. Pinch hitting, well, they haven't had a whole lot of that. Extra base hits way, way down, and I think that's pretty obvious. Runners on third, less than 2 outs, just not able to produce them, and runners in scoring position, very poor in this series. You know, you get a little confused sometimes. You see their run totals can be high, but then they'll score 13 in a game and lose. What they do is they score 2 or 3 runs in a lot of games, and it's hard to win consistently that way.
Yeah, how about 1 run or less in 10 games so far this year for the Phillies? Well, they'll look for a little offense this afternoon. They'll also look for Cole Hamels to have a big day. And Jeff Suppan, the veteran, is back with the Padres in his 3rd start of the year. He's 2-0 with an earned run average just under 1. Well, with Mother's Day comes warm temperatures. That's right. Make sure you keep lathered up as we get ready for Game 3 between the Padres and the Phils. Phillies baseball. It is that you are celebrating. Again, from all of us, happy Mother's Day. celebrating Mother's Day with the bases, of course, and the players wearing not only the wristbands but also the ribbon on the chest of their uniforms. A number of the players will be wearing the pink Mother's Day bats. And obviously a lot of moms in the ballpark today. They received those great scarves given away, compliments of Stroman's. It's Stroman's Mother's Appreciation Day here at the ballpark as the Phillies and the Padres wind down this 3-game series. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Leading it off at center field, Cameron Maybin, then Kristen Orfia and Yonder Alonso. The number 4 hitter is Jesus Guzman. Nick Hundley bats 5th. James Darnell 6th. And the bottom third of Perino, Bartlett, and Suppan. And they'll face Phillies left hitter Cole Hamels, who's coming off a 5-game suspension, but let's face it, he didn't miss anything.
No, and he got an extra day's rest out of it. There are the numbers on Cole. He has really pitched well this year. That game he pitched last Sunday night in Washington, he was just outstanding from start right through the 8th. He could have pitched the 9th. A little extra rest, probably a good thing.
Well, the first pitch of the day to Cameron Maybin is low, so we're underway. 1 ball and no strikes.
Sometimes you wonder about that with guys when they come out and the command's going to be a little off. Are they a little strong and their stuff is up in the zone? You know, you don't expect it to affect Cole Hamels. Certainly hope not.
Hamels overall 4-1, an earned run average of 2.45. 44 strikeouts and 40 in the third. 7 for 22 against him is Cameron Maybin, who had a big double in yesterday's ball game that turned out to help the Padres win the game. It started at the 7th. He came around a score and a sacrifice fly off the bat of Guzman. And the Padres won it 2-1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Cameron Maybin. And a liner back through the middle, a base hit. It was a cutter that was up. And Maybin has the first hit of the day for the Padres.
Time now for our Nissan keys to this afternoon's ball game. Beautiful afternoon. Mother's Day will win the series. You know, that's something they did so well the last few years and not so hot this year. And Suppan's the kind of guy, he's going to be out there trying to finesse the Phillies this afternoon. You have to make him get the ball up, get ahead in the count on him, and get him to get it in the middle of the plate, and you can hit him.
Winning the series, and then hopefully if they take 2 from the Astros, they can have a 500 homestand. There's a bunt to the right side. Nobody's there right away, but Galvis comes over to clean up. It's 3-4 on the putout. Sacrifice will be successful.
He is so aware of what to do on the diamond. Freddie Galvis, every time you watch, it seems like every game, you know, you have to think maybe they'll sacrifice here, but it kind of took you by surprise. See, because he's not showing it. And now here's Galvis. His responsibility is to break to first base if the ball's bunted, but he's bunting for a base hit as much as anything. Cole Hamels is not going to get there. Galvis does. Such awareness on the field.
So 1 away, runner at second. Here's Yonder Alonso. And he takes low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, there's times when you're out there as a second baseman, such an obvious bunt situation, you're thinking about going over there. But he didn't show that till late and bunted for a hit. And that can catch a second baseman flat-footed sometimes.
Right.
But he's not even a second baseman. That's what's so amazing about his instincts.
Sometimes, too, on a play like that, although it wasn't that far away from the first base bag, the second baseman will come in and try to field it.
Sure. Well, Mayberry, Mayberry was going after that thing immediately, and Freddie saw that, so he thought, well, I've got one place to go right now, and that's beat that hitter to first base.
1 ball, 1 strike the count. There goes Maybin. Pitch is grounded foul. And it's 1-2 to Alonso.
Well, he had that stolen.
Yonder Alonso has got a 9-game hitting streak going. He's 3rd in the National League in doubles with 11. You see his numbers with runners in scoring position. The 8 for his last 15 is all part of what has been a red-hot stretch for him. He is 17 for his last 41 overall. That pitch is a little outside, so 2 balls and 2 strikes to him.
Cole Hamels goes for strikeouts a lot of times. This part in the count with changeups. Hitter's still thinking he's in a fastball count, and he throws changeup and fools him.
Well, there was a curveball from Hamels. And it remains even 2-2.
He threw a breaking ball that time.
There's Guzman waiting on deck.
He's got some pink wristbands, necklace.
And of course, Yonder Alonso wearing the pink, using the pink bat at the plate. Swing and a miss. He got him. Sounded like it may have tipped it to the glove of Schneider. It was a changeup. First strikeout for Hamels.
That's the pitch we thought he was going to throw the pitch prior to that, because he throws a lot of 2-2, 3-2 changeups for strikeouts. And there it is, and it just disappeared on Alonso. Pink bat, black bat, brown bat, white bat. Not going to hit that one.
That strikeout, by the way, for Hamels, number 45 on the year. And now Guzman. Batting cleanup today. They didn't start yesterday, but he had a big at bat. That sacrifice fly against Roy Halladay was not deep in shallow right field, but it produced the go-ahead run. Now Hamels trying to work out of a little jam here in the first. There's Doc. Had some pretty good quotes after the game yesterday. First time in a Phillies uniform that the Phillies have lost 5 straight starts. And Doc said it's not the run support, it's just not winning games. That's frustrating for everybody. That's really the bottom line. And there are a lot of different reasons for that. He said he was showing some emotion after the Padres took the lead, and he said he's not going to apologize for that emotion. Just off the inside corner, 2-1 to Guzman. That line yesterday right there is good enough to win any ball game.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Think about the losses or the runs he's given up. I mean, if the Braves game aside, the other 4 during this stretch, he's barely given up anything.
Right. The one bad game. Unfortunately, that's a game where they scored all those runs and wound up losing anyway. That's baseball.
Well, Charlie Manuel kind of said that last night. He said, but there again, it's hard to explain baseball sometimes. That's what makes it such a strange and beautiful game. It's hard to figure out. Guzman walks to put runners on first and second here in the first. So the first walk of the day for Hamels, who does not walk many. So runners on first and second with 2 outs here at the top of the first. And Hundley pulls it towards shortstop. Rollins goes the short way to second. The side is retired. So Hamels needs 17 pitches to get through the first. He leaves a couple on to the bottom of the first. The Padres nothing, and the Phillies coming up. Look at the Phil starting lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Leading it off at shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. Juan Pierre bats second. Shane Victorino hits third, followed by Hunter Pence and Ty Wigginton. John Mayberry is over at first base. He'll bat sixth. In the bottom of third of Galvis, Schneider, and Cole Hamels. Brian has good numbers against Suppan. That's who the pitcher is today. Right-hander Jeff Suppan, the 37-year-old who spent all of last year at AAA after all of his major league wins.
Hard to believe. His first major league season back in 1995 with Boston. Minor league free agent, signed in February. As Tom said, spent last year at AAA. He's a smart, veteran, right-handed pitcher. Phillies have had really good luck, though. He's lost his last 6 decisions to the Phillies, and his teams are 0-8 in his last 8 starts against them.
Well, here's Jimmy Rollins to lead it off, and Rollins takes high. It's 1-0. He'll top out at 87 miles an hour, maybe. I mean, that fastball there was at 84.
Yeah, I think that's what we had him on the scouting report. But he moves it around and throws sinkers, sliders. You know, he just makes it up. He got hit really hard in 2 AAA starts, too. But then they called him up, and he's been very good in his 2 major league starts.
His numbers at AAA, 12.15 earned run average and an 0-1 record. And there's his first strike of the day. The luck at McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Carolyn Rimby of Warminster. Phillies hit a home run in today's ballgame, and Carolyn will win $200. Suppan is a former second-round pick in 1993. Made it to the majors from AA with the Boston Red Sox. He was their prize prospect. Rollins hooks one deep to right field. Going back to Northia. Gone! Home run for Jimmy Rollins. His 38th career leadoff home run. And it's his first of the year. The Phillies take a 1-0 lead.
One of the things we're talking with Scott Palmer behind the pinstripes today. The pregame show is that Jimmy hasn't had a whole lot of extra base power this year. And one of these games he's due to lead off with a home run and, you know, give him a real offensive jolt. Well, he got that ball down the strike zone, hit it out of the ballpark. That really helps.
And Carolyn Rimby of Warminster, you've won $200. Compliments to the McDonald's home run jackpot. Jimmy had gone 136 at-bats without a home run. That was number 136 right there.
Yeah.
And the longest drought to start a year was 155 for him.
Suppan had not given up a home run in his first 2 starts in his 10 innings of pitching. Only the second run that he's given up.
Pierre slaps it foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Oh, what a one-handed catch in the sweet level down there. Wow.
Made it seem like he had it all the way.
Made it look easy.
Pierre back to the box, and Suppan will make the play for the first out. So 1 away. That'll bring Victorino to the plate. Mentioned last year, Suppan spent all of 2011 in AAA with the Royals. Surprising that there wasn't an opportunity or 2 for the Royals to use him in the big leagues, but he was 11-8 at AAA with a lofty 4.78 earned run average.
Well, he's always been a guy who gives up hits and runs, but he wins. And that's why he's been a pitcher that teams have wanted for a long time.
Victorino 4 for 8 in the series. Takes a ball inside. It's 1-0.
Nothing as a hitter that you're uncomfortable, that he makes you uncomfortable up there. He just has always been able to hit his spots.
See Shane's numbers overall, 259 with 5 home runs. Phillies out of the chute here are being very patient with Suppan.
That's the way to work him. You talked about that in the scouting report. That, you know, you want him to get into fastball counts and hope he'll throw some.
Mentioned that Suppan at one time was a prized prospect for the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox had a couple of guys coming through their system at about the same time. It was Suppan, Carl Pavano, and another right-hander by the name of Brian Rose. And none really panned out to be the number 1s that everybody anticipated. Pavano was probably the closest to that. But all were very good prospects coming through their system. Suppan now with 140 wins and 143 losses.
Shane Victorino needed a pitcher his height right now. He had a hit. Suppan at 6'2", made himself about 6'5" right there. Takes a hit away from that. Ball was hit hard enough to get through the middle.
Well, now 2 outs. Here's Hunter Pence, who's not had a very good series. That's an understatement. He's 0 for 6 with 3 walks, but he's left 9 runners on base. And he hits that curveball toward third, backhanded by Darnell. Long throw in time. Wow, what a play. That was an incredible throw from the rim of the infield by rookie James Darnell. 5-3 on the putout. The side is retired, but the good news is Jimmy Rollins has hit his first home run of the year and has given the Phils a 1-0 lead. And that'll take us to the top of the second. Market game live online or on your favorite device in HD quality. Go to Phillies.com for more details. James Darnell leads it off here in the second. And he skies one to straightaway center. Shane Victorino makes the catch, 1 away. Well, this is Mother's Appreciation Day here at the ballpark and all around Major League Baseball. They are celebrating. See Joe Blanton earlier today with Barbie Brown from the United States Marines. And she was honored today as part of Major League Baseball's program with Susan G. Komen, breast cancer research. And Greg Murphy is with Barbie Brown.
I am indeed Gunner Sergeant Barbie Brown of the U.S. Marine Corps. Thank you for being with us. Congratulations. You found out a couple weeks ago that you were going to be honored today as part of the honorary Batgirl program here in Major League Baseball. How was that all about?
It was pretty exciting. It was cool.
Talk a little bit about, you're obviously going through treatments for breast cancer, diagnosed in 2011, and I just asked you before we started to talk, and you said everything's going well. Tell us how your treatment's going and where you're being treated.
I'm being treated at Walter Reed Naval National Medical Center in Bethesda with the Wounded Warriors, and I went through chemo, surgery, radiation, and everything's going good now.
So God willing, you were in Afghanistan when you were diagnosed with the breast cancer. So they brought you home, but you said you're still on active duty, and you would return to active duty when you're 100%, right?
Yes, that's right. Right now I'm just staying home and being healthy and staying active. And as soon as I'm well enough to go back to work, that's what I'll do.
And most importantly, you get a chance to spend Mother's Day with your kids here at the ballpark.
Yes, that's right.
Barbie, we appreciate everything that you do, and thank you so much for taking some time with us.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with everything. Tom, back to you.
All right, Murph, thank you very much. Major League Baseball introduced the honorary Batgirl program for Mother's Day in 2009. And as we mentioned, it's in conjunction with the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Research Center. There's so many events that are going on. In fact, there's one going on, or one that went on in Center City today. And it's all part of what Major League Baseball is trying to do to promote breast cancer research. And the same thing during Father's Day with prostate cancer research. And Barbie Brown, who was originally from Scranton, was selected as part of this program, and a great honor for her and for her family to get to enjoy a game here at Citizens Bank Park. The race for the cure took place earlier today in downtown, the 5K run walk. It was the 22nd annual.
Yeah, that's a great event. Last week in Washington, went over there, had the night game there, went over to Washington last week, just do some walking around sightseeing on Sunday, and they had it in Washington last week.
Well, you see the players, some of the players using these pink bats, including Andy Perino, who is ahead 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's part of MLB's Going to Bat Against Breast Cancer program. The use of these bats as Hamels walks his second hitter was implemented in 2006. And if you go to MLB.com following today's game, you can bid on these game used bats that some of the players are using all around baseball today, and the money raised in those bids goes to the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Research Center, which is always a great function for Major League Baseball to be part of.
Well, it's great that MLB's gotten involved in these great causes, charities, make people aware of some things that you can do to try and prevent some things from happening, and heaven forbid when they do, the treatments that are available.
Jason Bartlett is behind 0-1. And he takes inside and low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Cole I think he has real good stuff this afternoon. Right now his command is just not what you're used to seeing from him, and that doesn't mean that he can't pick it up real fast, because his stuff is good.
There's a changeup hit foul, and it's 1-2. Bartlett, as you saw, has been struggling during the month of May. His average overall at 141. He did have a hit in last night's ball game. It's the guy who's 1 for his last 20.
That's struggling.
Out of play, and it remains 1-2.
Really came inside there probably with a cut fastball. Now, you know, so many times pitchers that have Hamels stuff and location then will throw changeup away if they have one, and he has such a great changeup because they've just made him so aware inside.
He tried the changeup, but it faded outside, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, he just not quite there yet at this point in the game. He's not getting the swing and a miss stuff that he'll probably get as the game goes along. His pitch count's also a little bit high, and that includes an out on 1 pitch in this inning.
His last start against the Padres was back on the 20th of April when he went 6 innings, allowed 1 run, struck out 4, and he strikes out another one as Bartlett goes down swinging. Second strikeout of the day.
That's what you see from Cole Hamels. And I don't know what the stats are in the league, but he just seems to be a guy that there are a lot of swings and misses against because he has pitches that really fool hitters. He change up, and then he'll throw a fastball 93 mile an hour. Guy's going to be late on it.
Budweiser, through the Walk-Off a Hero program, will donate $5,000 to Folds of Honor for every Phillies walk-off win. Please join Budweiser and the Phillies in honoring those who keep us safe, as Hunter Pence will keep this inning safe by taking that fly ball from Jeff Suppan to wrap up the second. No runs, no hits. 1 man left, middle of the second. Phillies 1, Padres nothing. It's giving away 5 iPads in 5 days. All you have to do is watch tomorrow from 6 until 8 for your chance to win. Eye Opener, a different kind of morning show. A lot of folks want to get themselves on television. That young lady, she has seen enough.
Time for some ice cream.
Go to the bottom of the second. Did you hear that promo about the free iPad?
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking that the boys would love to have heard that. In fact, aren't they about ready for a new one?
Well, Larry has 2, which he's operating each and every game.
Right.
So he may need another one.
What are they? What's the highest it goes? 4? 3 or 4?
I think it's iPad 3.
Well, then he has 2 and 3.
So he needs number 1. Now he has one where he uses for his score sheets, and then the other one he uses for just general research. It's all part of what could be a great TV sitcom. Ty Wigginton is the batter. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The best is when Sarge is trying to explain to him different passwords and things like that.
You come in our office, there's no part of it about being a great sitcom. It is a great sitcom. Day after day.
Wigginton asks for time. There's Larry. See there. There's the 2 of them.
He's really using them. A lot of knowledge coming from them.
He's got the iPhone there too. There's a grounder foul.
and there's a monitor there too. We have to show
Right.
this. See, there's the monitor.
Right.
There's iPad. There's that.
Yeah.
And then he got all this stuff working here. And then there's that. We won't.
Oh, that's some great stuff.
Oh man.
2-2 to Wigginton, a 264 hitter.
Next thing I know, he'll be over here saying, "Don't make me part of your shtick." And then
there's the other part of the shtick.
Well, he's just using that. You know, that's all he's got there. He's
Right.
just working that right there. That's it.
And he's got a light on.
Right. And he's shrugging his shoulders over there saying, "Yeah, they're talking about us. I don't know what they're saying."
Wigginton hits it hard to third. Darnell takes a half a step back and then sails the throw. Well, Wigginton will get second. That ball went down into the well. Well, the Padres, as we've mentioned before, are not a very good fielding team.
I guess Darnell needs to throw from all the way back on the grass and just wing it over there, and it'll be right on the bag like he ended last inning.
That was such an easier play that he just had right there.
Yeah, very easy. You know, he had his glove, now he crow hop right there. Take your crow hop and let it go, but airmail. Look out, Sammy. Sam Perlazzo's diving for cover on that one.
So a runner in scoring position now for John Mayberry. His average 244 with a home run and 6 runs batted in. He's never faced Suppan. John has hit over 300 in his last 18 games. In fact, 316 during that span. Takes a curve inside and low, 1-0.
Suppan is one of those guys. Now you know what you're trying to do here. You're trying to push a ball the other way, but it's oh, here we go. Here comes the technical advisor.
Oh yeah, Sarge has an iPad too.
Right. Right. Oh man, talking about blind leading the blind.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
they are,
great.
those two. Wow.
The ever-evolving skit, which includes Sarge asking where the App Store is.
Where's the App Store? He wanted to go to MapQuest and run off directions to it. And then he was talking about his phone being an iDroid.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that room that we have in there, you just sit there and listen.
2-0 the count to Mayberry. Mayberry just missed that one. Towering fly ball down the left field line. Will it hook foul and out of play? Oh, he made the catch. Guzman did. I think that went right through somebody's hands. It came back, but I think it went right through a fan's hands, and Guzman was able to make the grab.
Too bad the guy didn't touch. Well, no, if he touched it, would have been fan interference because they're reaching over. Somebody's reaching there. He couldn't quite tell whether or not he had a shot at it.
Oh, one away.
Not much wind here today. It just drifted back. But the point I was trying to make is this guy makes you roll stuff over if you're a right-handed batter because he doesn't throw hard. And Mayberry right there, they may have just wanted him to swing anyway instead of just give himself up. But he's a tough guy to hit the ball to the right side on for a right-handed hitter because of the lack of velocity.
Here's Freddie Galvis, who has hit in 3 straight, 5 for 15 on the homestand. And a fly ball to left center field. Easier play for Guzman. And now there are 2 outs.
Yeah, and there it becomes more difficult. They are gift wrapping another run for you like they did last night. Just trying to take advantage of it.
Well, the Phillies will say goodbye to the Padres today and then welcome in the Houston Astros for a 2-game series. Tomorrow at 7:05 and then Tuesday at 1:05. Tomorrow, all fans will receive the free Liberty Bell cap. Again, that's everybody. So go to Phillies.com and get your tickets. Tomorrow's night is sponsored by Teva. It's Teva Respiratory Asthma Awareness Night. Phils and the Astros in game 1 of 2. Here's Brian Schneider, .222 hitter. Schneider takes low. Brian is 9 for 18 against Suppan.
Suppan may be thinking right now, well, I don't want this guy to hurt me with 2 outs and a runner at second, but guy on deck is a pretty good hitter. Cole Hamels. There he is. Pink bat and all. He's pitching around him. At least those first 2 pitches are way off the plate, which is what you would think a veteran would try to do here. Now Schneider, being a catcher, could think, nah, they may just be deking me a little bit. Maybe he'll give me something to hit here. I got to be ready for something in the middle of the plate. And if it's there, go after it. There you go. It was something off speed. I don't know whether it was a strike or not. Pitch around. If it is, it's fine with the Phillies, because you turn the lineup over.
Give Hamels a chance to hit.
Yeah, give him a chance to hit, and you've turned the lineup over.
Bud Black won his 400th game last night as the manager of the Padres. It's 3 balls and 1 strike now to Schneider. And he loops one towards center. That'll drop for a base hit. Wigginton will coast home. Maben was way back in center field, so it's an easy RBI single. And it's 2-0 Phillies.
Well, great job. You see Suppan's talking to his catcher right now as he walks back like, that wasn't a strike he just hit. Well, it looked like a breaking ball that he threw Brian, and he fought something off there and got the base hit. And what it looked like it was a pitch around. Oh, he got way too much of the plate there, especially for a veteran guy. And a good job by Brian Schneider to, if he got a strike, take a hack at it.
So Wigginton scores the game's 2nd run. It's an unearned run. And Hamels will get a chance to bat here in the bottom of the 2nd. And Hamels chops it back toward the middle. Perino will just run right to the second base bag. His momentum carried him that way. Phillies settle for 1, an unearned run on a base hit. They leave 1. Brian Schneider gets the RBI. We get to go to the 3rd. The Phils up 2-0. log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fans section for all the information. And please submit your answer on the subject line. All right, Wheels, here we go. Think outside the box of this one. Name the 3 other pro sports teams other than the Padres to draft former Padre and Hall of Famer Dave Winfield. The answer will be revealed in the 7th inning.
Well, 2 are really easy. The third one's I can't picture him on skates.
Do you think he played a little ice hockey?
Could have. He went to Minnesota.
That is true.
But I'm not using that's not a guess.
It's a great question.
It is good.
It's a trick question, too.
Oh, of course it is. Think outside the box. That was a hint.
Here's Cameron Maben. He singled his first time up. He takes low. Phillies up 2-0. A run of the first, a run of the second. Brian Schneider's RBI single gave the Phils the 2-0 lead. Now the Toyota Major League scoreboard. The Mets have taken a 1-0 lead over the Marlins. Kirk Neuenhuis has scored a run. That game's in the top of the 4th. Carlos Zambrano is pitching for Miami. Jonathan Neese for the Mets.
Zambrano's been really good.
He has been good. I watched some of the game today back at the office, and his fastball was at 91, 92.
Yeah,
it's not the way it used to be.
No, but maybe he's got his head together and he realizes what he is now.
The other storyline about New York is that Andy Pettitte is pitching today for the Yankees. He's making his return. By the way, an update from the Mets and the Marlins. Daniel Murphy, who's playing first today, picked up an RBI to make it 2-0.
It's raining in Cincinnati, so the start of that game delayed with the Nationals and the Reds.
And a called strike 3. The inside corner with a 92 fastball. 3rd strikeout for Hamels. Maben did not like that call. He better shuffle off to the dugout, because start chirping about balls and strikes, you may not stay in the game too long.
Yeah, umpires will give you a little warning, like, okay, that's enough, and that's what Dale Scott said. Carlos Ruiz moved a little bit, Brian Schneider moved a little bit, but it looked, I don't know, tough to tell.
Chris Denorfia sacrificed his first time up, and he takes strike 1. It's 0-1.
Talk about Hamels and his swings and misses. 87 coming into the game today. 4 before this inning. 8th most in Major League Baseball. So he is definitely a swing and a miss guy, especially when he's on.
That ball was rocketed right past Wigginton for an extra base hit. Denorfia will get to second. Second hit of the day for the Padres. First extra base hit. There you go. Swing and a miss. Leaders among the starting pitchers for the Phillies. Hamels and Halladay, Blanton.
Not surprising with Worley. Has a lot of strikes, but so many called strikes.
I'm surprised Cliff Lee was second from the bottom. But you know what? With the injury, he hasn't really gotten going the way he will.
When you see pitchers up in that 20-some%, they're usually going to be pretty effective, because that's a lot of times guys are not putting the ball in play. Now as you see, Lee, there are certain pitchers, that they don't want that. They want the ball put in play early. They're contact type pitchers.
Swing and a miss. 2-1.
So they want to put in play early and get outs quick.
Yonder Alonso struck out his first time up. 1 of 3 strikeouts for Hamels. Just outside a little bit, and it's 3-1. This is Hamels' 13th career start against the Padres, his hometown team. He was 7-2 coming into this game against San Diego, and oddly, he's walked his 3rd batter of the game. He only walked 6 coming into this game. pitch was a pretty good pitch.
He liked both those. 2 pitches away, but Dale Scott setting up inside, and that outside corner just a little bit off. It isn't there.
Well, now Jesus Guzman, who walked his first time up. Phillies set up for 2. There go the runners. The pitch is taken for a strike. The throw to third not in time, so there are 2 in scoring position. Norfia had a great jump, and Alonso followed.
Yeah, that's just done on the pitcher. They have something they figured out on Cole Hamels on first move, and the lead guy is the key to it. And then Tom said the other guy just trails it. Bud Black like that.
Phillies play the infield back. They'll concede the run. CB Buckner says Guzman went around, and it's 0-2.
Here's where you need that swing and a miss. Phillies are conceding a run right now on a ground out.
And just a little high. Oh boy.
Well, he really tried to surprise him there with a curveball.
I think he did.
He surprised everybody.
I guess a little high.
Yep.
Grounder toward third. Wigginton charges, scoops it on the short hop. A run will score. 5-3 on the putout, and it's a 2-1 game. So an RBI for Guzman, his second of the series.
That's a good job by Guzman. Puts the ball in play. Wigginton makes the correct play there. Because when you're playing the infield back like that, you're conceding a run. They're going on contact. You throw that home in the run like that, you might hit him right in the back. The run's going to score. The inning's alive. Base runners all over the place. So you take the out and give him the run.
So now Hundley, who grounded out to short his first time up, takes a fastball at the knees. It's 0-1. Little number foul, 0-2. Padres' catching position has not produced a whole lot this year between Hundley and John Baker. Although Baker had a couple hits in yesterday's game.
Big hits.
One of those 2 home runs that Hundley's hit is against the Phils. He's got a runner at third and 2 outs. No balls, 2 strikes the count. And a grounder softly hit to shortstop. Rollins gets to it fast, and the inning is over. Padres do score a run, though, on the ground out by Guzman. We've completed 2.5 onto the bottom of the third. The lead is 1. And by Anheuser-Busch. Smooth Busch beer and easy drinking. Busch Light. Some of the moms enjoying today's ball game here at Citizens Bank Park. great giveaway, which they really don't need to use today, but they'll use at some point this year. The blue scarf, which is a beauty. And the day got off on a good note for the Phils when Jimmy Rollins led off the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, pitched down in the zone. Jimmy always been a really good low ball hitter, especially left-handed, and just golfed it into the second row out there in right field.
For that home run and every one hit by the Phils this year, one tree will be planted by the Pennsylvania Horticultural Society as part of Home Runs for Trees. Go to Phillies.com/redgoesgreen for more information about that initiative. So Rollins will start off the third, takes a curve, but it's 1-0. Rollins, Pierre, and Victorino. That one's to left. 2 pitches, 1 away here in the third. And that'll bring Juan Pierre to the plate. You know, every year the Phillies have this drawing where they put the players' names in, and whoever's name is drawn, they bring that player's mom to the ballpark for Mother's Day. And Juan Pierre's mom, Derry, was selected this year. And Juan presented her with some flowers. He also presented his wife, Liz, with some flowers, too.
Accompanying his mom to the field is Phillies outfielder.
Juan has always been one of the hardest working players in Major League Baseball. So his mom gets a chance to enjoy a weekend here in Philadelphia to watch him play.
First year in the major leagues, 2000. That's how long he's been around.
There's Juan's family there. Pierre takes a strike. It's 0-2. He grounded back to Suppan his first time up. You're wondering about Pierre's average and whether he is in the top 10 in the National League. He's not. He would be, but does not have enough plate appearances. His .341 average would put him toward the middle of the pack. Still shy of guys like David Wright, who's around the 400 mark. 402 as play began today.
David Wright, you can see early in the year, isn't pulling off the way that he did for a while. He's not pull happy, and they say one of the reasons is the shorter dimensions in his new ballpark. He's hitting the ball more to right and right center the way he did when he first came up. Got a lot of home runs at Shea.
Line drive, base hit for Pierre. Pierre hustling. He's thinking 2 out of the box. So a 1-out single, and Juan with his second hit of the series.
They keep chipping away, pick up some runs, and have a comfortable game. Whatever that is anymore.
Victorino also grounded back to Suppan his first time up. Juan Pierre's over at first base going, come on, man, what's going on?
Yeah, hurry up.
Either you're going to throw over, either you're going to step off, or you're going to throw the ball to the plate.
And Suppan accomplished exactly what he wanted to do there, and that's frustrate a potential base stealer. There's a lot of ways to do that. One of them is just hold the ball the way he is.
Frustrate the base stealer, frustrate the hitter.
Yeah, because he really had a pitch to hit there. A little slider right in the middle of the plate. Good pitch to pull. Hole open on the right.
Juan has stolen 5 bases this year. You saw that note before. 559 stolen bases for his career. Victorino toward right center. Playable for Maven. And there are 2 outs. And here comes Hunter Pence. Pence grounded out to third his last time up. Tonight has found his way out toward left field. Hunter's average down to 248. It's partly because of this homestand. He's 2 for 20 on this homestand. And he's 1 for 23 against the Padres. They thought he might be going. They thought Pierre might be going. So the pitch out, it's 1-0.
Yeah, as you talk about whether or not he has a green light or not, or whether or not he thinks he can go, this is a great time to go because they're rarely going to double pitch out. It's a good hitter's spot right now to drive a ball somewhere. You don't have to worry about a line drive double play. Good time to run. Pence was thinking that too. He took a pitch for him. Right down the middle. What happens when you're struggling? You swing at the balls and take the strikes, as Whitey used to say. And there's a lot of that going on with Pence, unfortunately for him.
To center field, playable for Maben. A few steps from the track. Phillies get a hit. They leave one. We've completed 3. We go to the 4th here at Citizens Bank Park, but the Phillies hanging on to a 1-run lead. W.B. Mason. Another sellout here at the ballpark. Phillies commit to this game with 219 consecutive sellouts. A gorgeous day. We go to the 4th. It'll be Darnell, Perino, and Jason Bartlett. Phillies hanging on to a 2-1 lead. And the first pitch from Hamels is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Darnell fly to Victorino his first time up. Seven days since Hamels last pitched. Obviously had to serve the 5-game suspension plus the off day. on Thursday. Got a chance to throw aside. But when the Phillies played, he wasn't allowed to be around. He's kind of finding his way through here today.
Is that punishment?
That's what Major League Baseball's punishment is. You can work out, but you can't be around.
Can't be around your teammates.
During the game itself.
Oh, I see.
2-2 pitch. Opposite way, a foul ball. And it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I don't think there'll be a lot of ill effects with him pitching. If anything, might be a little bit too strong, but having thrown aside, he's learned how to harness that by now.
A little extra Mother's Day gift there. And another foul ball. It remains 2-2. Well, I guess we get into, wondering about pitchers, starting pitchers who are creatures of habit. When they have an extra day, that's probably good sometimes. When they have 2 extra days, how good or bad can that be? And I think because we're in such a rhythm as fans that they're supposed to go every 5th day.
Well, there's some truth to that. I mean, obviously, but I think guys like Cole Hamilton, not only that, veteran pitchers, I don't think it affects them as much as it would some.
Again, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup. 4th strikeout for Hamels.
That is about as filthy as can be. He has that changeup where it's actually fading away a little bit, and almost as if it's a screwball. That's a very difficult pitch to hit, almost impossible, as a matter of fact.
Well, and obviously he's trying to find that rhythm. Now let's ask a question. Let's wrap something up.
Sure.
Earlier we were discussing Larry's iPad, and then all of a sudden, bam! You showed up on the spot. I was trying to get the iScore to put the lineup down, but when Larry was helping me with it, which he does not say. There you go. I was on. He had me put it in 2011. It didn't work, and I've already paid for it. So I was trying to figure out a way to get my money back to put it on the 2012, and he told me just to get out of there. We talk about it later. All right. So we assumed that you were tech support. In reality, he was tech support. Right then, yes. Even though I was going, to see him with it. All right, so, Larry and Sarge, and I guess JJ too, they're doing the computerized score sheet. Right. Right. Exactly. They're testing it out for all of us. Well, I got to tell you, though. We gave him the double win. Well, that's when he told me, I forgot he was on, and Fransky was looking and staring at me like, are you kidding me? Swing and a miss, another strikeout, 5 strikeouts. The best look, though, was Joe Gaines, our engineer and radio, Smoking Joe Gaines, who was laughing in the background. Oh, there's that screwball there again. I'm calling it a screwball, but that's his changeup. You can tell. Gets that ball in a good spot and just disappears when the hitter gets ready to swing. Now with 2 outs, here's Jason Bartlett. All right, now let me just wrap the whole conversation up because you don't have the iPad with you to keep score. So are you keeping score privately on the iPad? I just explained to you that I had it 2011. It has to be 2012. Therefore, I didn't have it. I was panicking. I ran in there. I got you. And he wished me off with 2 hands. I got you. Not just one. But I guarantee before it's the season's over with, we're going to be set up right here with everything going on. I hope so. Oh, yeah. Although it's much more entertaining that you're not set up for it right now. Really? You're going there, huh? One of my favorite days is when I walked in and you were talking to Larry about the password, making sure you put the username and password in right. Oh, boy. Fly ball center field. Victorino coming in. And he makes the catch. A 1-2-3. 4th inning for Cole Hamels. 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to center. That's pretty good pitching by Cole. We got to the bottom of it, folks. It's all about the wave off. Purchase comes with Toyota Care. By Xfinity, the official HD triple play provider of the Bills. And by Chevrolet. See your local Chevy dealer. Visit ChevyDealer.com. Last of the fourth inning. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Beautiful day. Boy, moms get everything, don't they? And rightfully so.
Yeah, good day for some hits.
I'm sure moms around Philadelphia are hoping for the hits as an extra gift.
A lot of moms at the game today. Was doing a show with JJ earlier. They were all coming up. Moms, daughters.
Ty Wigginton takes outside. It's 1-0. Are you doing the radio show downstairs?
With Jim Jackson.
Wiggins had reached on an error his first time up, scored on a single by Schneider. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. Note in your book.
Talked a little bit about that. Talked about the Phillies and some of the struggles and whether or not they'd be able to come back or just sustain until the big piece is back in the lineup. We decided, yeah, they could.
Popped him up behind the mound, and Bartlett, the shortstop, will retire Wigginton. Well, next weekend, the Phillies will head into interleague play against the Boston Red Sox. There are some limited seats that have now become available for Friday the 18th. That's a 7:05 start. And Sunday the 20th at 1:35. All fans 14 and under will receive the W.B. Mason collectible truck. So hurry on and get your tickets now at Phillies.com. Here's the upcoming interleague schedule. Against the Red Sox and the Rays here. And then on the road against the Orioles, the Twins, and the Blue Jays. Get to see Target Field. Haven't seen that yet. And go back down to Camden Yards. Haven't been down there in a while. As Mayberry takes low, it's 1-0. Tickets against the Red Sox are always some of the toughest to get here at the ballpark. So that's good news for some fans that there are some seats available for that series.
Kind of gets into those habits. Once he starts to get a few hits, he doesn't become as aggressive, meaning that he'll take a strike or two. And I've always felt hitters stay with your strength no matter what it might be. Certain balls that if you connect with, that usually you're going to hit them a long way. Especially against a guy like this. Okay to swing at that high fastball. Not able to throw the ball by you usually.
There's the curve, 70 miles an hour. That's Jamie Moyer range right there.
He had it down in the zone, and that's where he wants it, so you get less damage. Sometimes you throw that pitch and it hangs up in the zone. The ball will travel a long way.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count to Mayberry.
It's his fastball. That's 87, but he had it in a good spot, running in and tying Mayberry up. See if he continues to come in there with the fastball and maybe go away with his breaking pitch.
He tried to tie him up a little bit. That was the changeup that he tied him up with. It's 3-2. Or attempted to tie him up.
Yeah. That's a movement, though. I mean, as long as that pitch has movement, very difficult for the hitter to hit that pitch. When it's straight, no matter how hard it is, becomes less difficult.
Opposite way. He's retired 4 in a row. And he will face Freddie Galvis. Jeff Suppat has won 16 games on 2 different occasions in the big leagues, and he was a pretty good major league pitcher during his prime. Pitched for the Cardinals. That's where he won the 16 games. Obviously the Red Sox, the Pirates, the Brewers. As a hitter, though, you walk away after a game like this, and we're only in the 4th inning, but you probably sit there saying, man, I wish I had another chance against him.
Oh, he can give you a comfortable over, meaning that not overpowering, and you put the ball in play, and after the game you're 0 for 4 and you're wondering how that actually happened.
I think when he came up with the Red Sox, they thought he'd be at least a 200-game winner for his career. But he started, this is his 414th career start.
Well, the mere fact that he went to the minor leagues and spent a whole year there and fought his way back, you have to admire that. Toughest thing for me, I mean, after being in the major leagues, getting a taste of it, having success, and then you got to go back down. I mean, you really got to have yourself together in the minor leagues to work yourself back up and to be in a starting rotation.
Well, particularly when you're 37 years of age, you've had success.
Right.
Probably have made a good amount of money. You know, he has a restaurant that he owns in Southern California that has always been successful. But he must love the game so much that he just doesn't want to give it up.
Most players that play the game, I mean, you never know, especially if you're able to be one of those players that you're playing every day or you're starting. Take a look at this. This is going to be smarting right off the foot. But you just never know. I mean, you feel like you'll be able to play forever. I've always thought for managers that very difficult to manage a falling star, because the star always feels that they have it and that they're going to have another one or good 2 games or even more.
Well, I guess if you can play, you know, people always wondered why Michael Jordan came back, but if you can play and if you're not embarrassing yourself, why not keep playing?
Well, it's just something about, you know, the cheer of the crowd, the one-on-one competition between the batter and the pitcher.
And there you go, 1-2-3 inning. He throws a changeup down and away to Freddie Galvis, and Suppan has retired the side in order, so he answers Hamels 1-2-3 with a 1-2-3 of his own. That'll take us to the 5th. Two and a Half Men with the show's most interesting character. Catch the original Charlie episodes of 2 1/2 Men weeknights at 6 and 6:30, followed by The Big Bang Theory on PHL 17. Get a chance to enjoy a little Mother's Day here at the ballpark. The youngster's day looks like it's winding down as Jeff Suppan takes a strike to start the 5th. Hamels has struck out 5 in this game so far. 0-2 the count to Suppan. Fouls it away.
Suppan, not a bad hitting pitcher. He's always been a pretty good hitter throughout his career, and some big hits.
Grounder softly hit to Wigginton. And one away here in the 5th. Every time the Phillies retire the opposing team 1, 2, 3, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports, giving you all your favorite sports all year long. Now Cameron Maybin is 1 for 2. Maybin just signed a 5-year, $25 million extension back in March.
Right. What a lucky guy. You know, and a thing you pay players sometimes for potential. This is one of them, and sometimes you pay players for past performance.
The ball was scorched off the mound. Rollins did have it for a moment, but it trickled out of his glove. He'll scored a base hit, according to Jay Dunn.
Yeah, that's one of those plays there, do or die, and that speed will make you rush. Take a look at it. He gets right on top of the ball. Hits that ball fairly hard. J-Ro picks it, just not able to pick it clean to be able to get that throw, but you end up getting a hit because of the speed of Maybin.
Well, he's on with Denorfia now up. He doubled his last time up. Sarge, when do you stop paying for potential?
Well, I was going to mention Albert Pujols was a guy that they paid because he already had gone through it. But potential, I think they're always, Tom, will pay for that because you're projecting young players and you're trying to get them, you know, for a cheaper price.
Well, 5 years at $25 million. You see where he ranks as far as stolen bases go the last 2 years. I would have thought that they might be able to get him for less than that.
And probably, but depending on the agent, you know, and the talk. But he's a player that's going to get better. He's learning. But right now, I mean, for me, I don't know all the circumstances, but you're right. Seems like they could have waited, but they've tied him up. The player definitely is going to feel better, and maybe he'll play a little bit more relaxed, and they'll have a leadoff hitter like they want. Plays center field, good speed. Just needs to get on base a little bit more.
Well, he's a lifetime .255 hitter. Maybin is 25 years old. Denorfia swing and a miss. The throw to second to try to get him is off the glove of Galvis. And that'll be the 10th stolen base of the year for Maybin.
Gets a good jump there. Yeah, he's got good stride. It's a straight steal. He didn't look back at all. And in scoring position.
Over toward third. Maybin off the second base bag, goes back, and they throw out Denorfia. So 2 outs, and Hamels needs 1 more out to get out of this inning. Just to wrap this up, does it surprise you sometimes when teams pay players for potential, even if they haven't really produced much?
This is what they've been doing. I mean, since almost the game has started. You look at a lot of guys that are drafted, they're paid on potential. You know, when you sign that big contract, that they're going to get there. Strasburg, you know, Bryce Harper. You know, these guys are paid there on potential, but you take out the guesswork out of it. Strasburg throws so hard, and you already see the way that a Bryce Harper is going to play. So, and he's got to the major leagues pretty quick there, that Bryce Harper.
Would you guys, as players, ever have thought that somebody would have paid you at a young age for potential?
Well, I thought even back then a lot of guys were paid for potential. Bob Horner, ex-teammate of mine, exactly the same way. And talking about long-term contracts. is what you're talking about. And yes, they are paid on, hey, these guys are going to be healthy and be able to produce. You know, the difficult choice for me would be a guy like an Albert Pujols, who has had great years, but to invest that amount for that many years would give you something to think about, and he's one of my favorite players of all time, for sure.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Yonder Alonso. The pitch from Hamels. Outside, and it's 2-2. Alonso walked his first time, or last time up, struck out his first time up.
This guy's going to be a good hitter. The only reason Cincinnati traded him is he was behind Vato at first base. Not going to get much time playing there with him. And he looks like he's going to be a fairly good hitter. That's one of those situations where what a break for him to be able to go to a team like San Diego, know that you're going to be in that lineup once you get in there. Nice
Pretty good catch by that gentleman in the first row of the Hall of Fame club.
No matter where you are in the ballpark, when you catch a ball, you feel pretty good.
Another foul ball up to that same area. Well, Hamels now has thrown 86 pitches. He has 2 outs here in the 5th.
Kind of making them work some, fouling off pitches. Good fastball, Cole Hamels, 94. Got that one in on his hands a little bit. See if you can get something maybe out of the zone there and be able to get him out on that.
9th pitch of the at-bat. Outside with a curve. It's Guzman's on deck. Looper toward Galvis, who makes the catch, and the inning is over. The battle was won by Hamels. He was locked at a doozy with Yonder Alonso, and he gets him to finish up the 5th. Padres leave one in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 5th here at Philly. The Astros will receive the great Liberty Bell cap. Compliments of Teva. Teva Respiratory Asthma Awareness Night here at the Yard. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. There are some seats still available, so you can go there right now and get some tickets for the Phils and the Houston Astros. Phillies will wrap up this homestand with 2 against Houston, and then they go to Chicago for just 2, and then back home to take on the Red Sox. Bottom of the 5th, it'll be Brian Schneider, Cole Hamels, Jimmy Rollins for the Phillies against Suppan. And Schneider launches one to right field. It's hooking off the wall, and it gets away from DeNorfia. That's going to allow Schneider to get to second. He's now 11 for 20 against Jeff Suppan. He hopes he never retires.
That's unbelievable. We talked about there's certain pitchers sometime when you know and you see them, you are just going to get hits, and that is exactly what's happening with Brian Schneider. As he drills his ball, take a look at it, swinging with a lot of confidence there. No doubt about it there. He actually hits that ball, hits the bottom, and he's hustling into second. Safe at second. Safe and secure with New York Life.
So Hamels will be up there to try to get Schneider over to third, I would think, with nobody out. Corners pinch in. He squares, bunts back toward the box. Suppan has it, looked at third, and the sacrifice is successful.
Got to tell you, if he wills and throws right away, Brian there
think
is
he has
out.
him? Yeah.
There's no doubt, because he's not picking up speed. He's at 1 speed. Thought Suppan got to the ball fairly early, but I thought when he took a look, it happened so quick. Take a look at it. Now there's the bunt. Thought he could have actually got him right there. He's only halfway, and now he elects to throw that ball to first base, taking the sure out.
I think sometimes pitchers get worried when it's a tag play like that, what would have been. But Hamels does his job. Rollins will hit with the infield in. Phillies up 2-1. Rollins is homered today. He's also flied to left.
Looking to hit a deep flying ball, if not a base hit. Infield in, be difficult to score him on the ground.
Hooks that one towards second. Ooh, Carino makes a nice play. He's got a really strong arm, and they didn't go on contact, so Schneider decided to hold.
Yeah, that's a situation where the runner is going to read the ball. If it goes through, he'll go. See Samuel actually talking with him. They might have had him on there where it was contact because he started to go kind of, but then he's reading it. Good play. That's why we talk about, well, you're looking for a ball that you want in the air as opposed to on the ground. You know, there's certain situations in the game that dictate what you want to do when you're in that batter spot.
Yeah, and if you're wondering about the arm, we said that he has a good arm. He has the best arm of anybody in the infield. Perino does. Pierre takes low. It's 1-0.
Yeah, that's right, too. Again, pitchers that can't throw the ball by you. You don't have to really. You can wait. You can get 2 strikes on you. And I'll take an RBI for an out any day of the week. But I want that more in the variety of that long or deep fly ball. Hard to do it, however, on a pitch that would be down.
Slug bunt by Pierre. Fouled it away. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Gonna have to ask him about that. A little late on the slap, and I guess he was trying to get it to the shortstop, feeling that if he could get it there, that he'd be able to beat out the ball. These are always big situations. You look back in the game and you figure out where you could have gotten a run here or there. At the end of the game, you start. That's how you can figure out how you end up losing those ball games. You got to be able to tack on here in the major leagues. You're going to be successful. The pitcher feels better. Manager feels better. Fans.
There's a liner to right field, a base hit. Schneider will score easily. Pierre on his way to second. DeNorfia's throw is not in time. It's an RBI double. Phillies lead it 3-1.
What's it there for Juan Pierre? Picking up his teammate Jimmy Rollins there with a 2-out double. Boy, did he get around on that fastball, clearing his hips. Take a look at it. Watch, he clears those hips as that ball goes down the right field line there. Challenging the arm as he goes in the second and running all the way. There's his mom, his family there watching, and they've seen it before as he's got the base hit. Holding the breath as he gets in the second. There's that familiar clap.
All right, now he's in scoring position for Victorino. Victorino is 0 for 2. 3 runs now on 5 hits for the Phils.
Having your mom at the ballpark and getting a clean base hit. Not only that, he's gotten 2 so far, but just to be in the major leagues, but to perform the way that Juan has, and say what you want about him, he just keeps getting on and keeps getting hits. Mom's proud, he's proud.
Victorino rolls it over to second. And the side is retired. The Phillies get 1. A double by Schneider, followed 3 batters later by a double from Juan Pierre. So Pierre has his second hit of the day. He helps give the Phils a 3-1 lead as we go to the 6th. Phillies catcher has stepped up with his bat to start the month of May and has delivered in key spots. When Carlos Ruiz isn't swinging the bat, he is behind the dish, taking down would-be base stealers one after another, limiting Phillies opponents on the base paths. No matter the situation, Chooch always has a way to find the plate. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Now more than ever, we're here for you every step of the way. Well, the Fanatic brought some flowers to Phoebe today on Mother's Day. This is always a great act at the ballpark. And then he forgot her.
Oh, my gosh. Man, he is the best. Simply the best.
Well, the best was when Phoebe was trying to get onto the four-wheeler just prior to that little fall. We go to the 6th. Guzman hits it back toward the middle. That'll sneak under the glove of Galvis. So he has a base hit to start the 6th. Phillies up 3-1. Juan Pierre helped that with his RBI double. Brought home Brian Schneider.
It's a big run, and anytime you get a hit with 2 outs, you consider that a big run. Now check out Phoebe there. She's trying to get on the bike, just trying to be a lady there. She jumps on the proper way.
That ball is hit to medium center field. Dorito makes the catch. Guzman's going to try for second. The throw was offline. He would have made it. He didn't realize it. I said medium center. That ball was carried pretty good.
Yeah, carrying pretty good too, though. And as the outfielders would go, even when you handle one out, get in that position to be able to throw. Don't make it where you're surprised if that runner's going to go.
Now James Darnell. He's 0 for 2. Fly to center, a strikeout. Down the right field line. That's a foul ball.
That's trouble. That would have been serious trouble. Well, looked to be fouled though by plenty.
It's been that kind of year for Cole. You see 3 earned runs or less in all 6 starts. His earned run average at 2.36. Big topic of conversation is what will he do at the end of this year? He's a free agent once the season comes to a close. He's been pretty steady for the Phillies. There's no doubt about that since they brought him up.
Always very hard to leave a club that you've been with your whole career.
Fly ball left field. And Juan Pierre, he'll settle under it. And there are 2 outs. Guzman back to first. Other people also ask about, what are we thinking when it comes to Cole beyond this year? And it's tough to think. I mean, this day and age, he's done so much great work, even in Philadelphia with the Hamels Foundation, with he and his wife Heidi, donating money and goods to schools in the Philadelphia area.
And keep in mind, he's going to get better. Okay. I mean, he's been learning, but he's going to get better.
Rollins makes a diving play from his knees, throws to second to get Guzman, and the inning is over. And that's the Jimmy Rollins that everybody remembers. That was a fine play on the 6-4 putout. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Hamels is through 6 with a little help from his friend Jimmy Rollins. An outstanding play to wrap up the top of the 6th. Dealer today. Buy McDonald's, get a large sweet tea for $1. And buy Nissan. Get to a Nissan dealer for great deals on innovation you can count on. Innovation for all. Home half of the 6th inning. Phillies up 3-1. It'll be Hunter Pence, Ty Wigginton, and John Mayberry against Jeff Suppan, who's allowed 3 runs on 5 hits so far. in this game. A home run to Rollins, an RBI single by Schneider, and an RBI double by Juan Pierre.
This guy here, you should be able to have a few more hits than 5 here. And I say that because it's not a guy that can overpower you. Doesn't have an exceptional pitch. He's around the plate, so he's not intimidating. Major league hitters should have pretty good at bats. Well, to his credit, though, he's been pitching and down by 2 runs, but still in the ball game.
Spinner back to the box. 1 out.
Wow.
Ball was off the end of the bat and was spinning every which way. Bullpen action for the Padres. Alex Hinshaw is the lefty. It was last year the Padres didn't have a left-hander in their bullpen. This year they have a few. Ty Wigginton reached on an error and scored in the second. That popped to short. Over toward the hole. That'll find the outfield grass. And Wigginton, 1 for his last 23. And gets his first hit of the series. .74 pitches for Suppan so far. Mayberry's fly to left, and he's grounded out. Fly ball to left was in foul territory. Guzman made a pretty good play. And a strike. So that fastball's at 86. I don't think he's thrown more than 2 or 3 pitches at 86 or 87.
Yeah, to his credit, though, that 86 here that he threw right on the outside part of the plate. The only way you're going to hit that is if you're really looking out there. I think John likes that ball more middle in.
It could be 2. Bartlett to second for 1. Carino blown up and still makes the play. And the side is retired. Wigginton went in hard at second base, but it's a 6-4-3 double play. Jeff Suppan has allowed 3 runs on 6 hits through 6. We go to the 7th. Phillies up by 2.
good game here. 3-1 Phillies lead it. Scored a couple runs with 2 outs, which is a good sign. The one run they did not score with 2 outs was Jimmy Rollins' 38th career leadoff home run. Cole Hamels had a real quick 6th inning back out there to start the 7th with a strike. And there we go with a 2-run lead, Tom.
2-run lead. Bartlett leads it off. Orlando Hudson has come out of the on-deck circle to pinch hit for Jeff Suppan. Bartlett today is 0 for 2. He is struck out. He's flied out. And he hits that one in the air to right center field. Should be an easy play for Pence or Victorino, and it's Hunter who makes the call, and there's one out. 97 pitches for Hamels so far.
Yeah, that 6th inning really helped. You know, he had a couple innings with 15, 20, and then all of a sudden he has a 6-pitch inning late in the game. You know, that can go wrong. Now we're going to get him through 7. Maybe we'll even get him through 8.
That's what Wheels is talking about. 17, 16, 19, 16, and 21. Those are a little above the average you'd like a pitcher to be at.
And, you know, it's not surprising. He's a little bit rusty today, I think. We talked about that early in the game. Plus, he's getting a lot of swings and misses and foul balls today. You know, he's not getting quick outs, except for last inning.
One ball, one strike to count to Hudson.
Suppan did a good job for them today, keeping them in the game. You know, nothing overpowering, just basically what the scouting report had on him. Move it around, up and down, change speeds, and he got outs.
Yeah, he only threw 76 pitches through 6 innings. Liner to left field, a base hit for Hudson. So Orlando Hudson is aboard, a 1-out single here in the 7th. Well, these lucky fans are today's Citizen 7. They were to receive a prize pack courtesy of Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank with the most 7-day branches in the Philadelphia area. To find a branch near you, visit citizensbank.com. Rich Doobie to the phone. Nick Billmeyer will answer. And let's see who they get up. It looks like Contreras is going to start the throw, or at least stretch out. Hudson's on first. He's always a threat to run as Maven takes strike 1.
Yeah, they'd be very comfortable with him giving them 7 innings today, especially now that they have a base runner. A little more stress. He's had to pitch out of some jams today too, and that's another thing they'll take into consideration.
Foul territory. Mayberry is there, makes the catch, and there are 2 outs. So 2 away. Chris DeNorfia is due up, and as we said, Cole Hamels trying to get through 7 here this afternoon. And you know, we've kind of seen this over the years with Hamels and with everybody else on the rotation, haven't we, Murph?
Yeah, we certainly have to, Mac. You know, you take a look at, you know, the Phils have had their struggles early in the season, but it has not been their starting pitching. If you take a look at the numbers, they've had a lot of success. You look at innings, 224 2/3 coming into today's game. They're getting a lot of quality starts from their starters, and we're seeing another one today out of Cole Hamels.
Yeah, the earned run average for the staff at 3.08, which is been among the leaders for just about all of this year. It was second to the Nationals for the first month, and then it kind of dipped down a little bit. But as we've heard so many times this year, right, Murph, that they've pitched well enough to win more.
Yeah, we have said that quite often this year, whether you know, a lack of run support or some bullpen issues. You know, interesting on that graphic too, Tom, is that out of the top 5 of the National League, 3 of them in the NL East. You've got Miami right there at 212 behind the Phils, and then Washington in the 5th spot too.
Well, and part of the reason why the National League East, to me, is the best division in the National League. It's going to be for the rest of the year too. It's going to be a heck of a battle. 0-2 the count to DeNorfia with a runner at first and 2 outs. The pitch from Hamels. Inside, gets away from Schneider. And up to second goes Hudson. So a wild pitch. Speaking of the NL East, John Buck has tied up the Mets 2-2. as that game's gone to the bottom of the 7th. Jonathan Neese is out. Zambrano is still in, at least for the time being.
It's Cole Hamels' first wild pitch of the season. He has 2 balks, of course. Remember when he had the balks called on him in the same game? He disagreed.
Still don't know if that second one was a balk, but it was. Here's Contreras warming. He's downstairs. 2 pitchers warming upstairs. The 1-2. Grounder towards shortstop. Rollins charges. Big hop. Northview runs well. Inning over. Hamels is through 7 innings this afternoon. No runs. 1 hit, 1 man left. Pretty impressive for the Phillies left-hander. The Padres will go to their pen when we come back at the bottom of the 7th. Here you go. Can you name the 3 other professional teams other than the Padres to draft former Padre Dave Winfield?
Well, the NBA and the NFL.
Okay, but what teams? You need the teams.
Oh, the teams.
We didn't say leagues. We knew that it would be easy to name the leagues.
No, I don't know.
Well, think about where he went to college.
Minnesota, the Vikings.
Vikings are, that's one.
All right.
All right. Think about where he didn't go to college.
That's really going to help.
Let me see.
What's this for the NBA?
Well, yes. It's for basketball, the other 2.
For basketball, you get drafted twice?
Yeah.
Well, the Timberwolves weren't around, so
they weren't.
The Minneapolis, I don't know. Who was it?
The Atlanta Hawks in the NBA.
Yeah.
And the Utah Stars in the ABA.
Oh, that's right. There were 2 leagues back then.
Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack. Thanks for playing Dodge Stump the Fans. And Wheels, thanks for the affirmation for John DeSangro on the question. Good question.
Oh, he does good work. Now, Sang is one of those unsung heroes of these telecasts.
Now we go to the bottom of the 7th. Alex Hinshaw is the new pitcher for the Padres. They'll face the bottom 3rd of the order. Hinshaw has pitched in 1 game so far for San Diego. No decision against the Padres. An inning in the 3rd and 1 strikeout. Freddie Galvis will bat right-handed against him. Well, the Phillies, as we go to the bottom of the 7th, they've been in this place many times before. They've either been tied or have a slight lead. When they're tied in the 7th inning or beyond, it usually means trouble. This is a 2-run lead.
That goes right back to what you and Murph were just talking about with all those. And you don't want to point fingers when you're looking at a team because it's a team effort. However, you just gave all those numbers for the starting pitching. They have done their job. They've given this team a chance to win a lot of games. And the bullpen and the offense have come up short at this point in the season. It's really not that tough to figure out.
Galvis today is 0 for 2. He's fly to left. He struck out. His average at 212. Made a heck of a play over at second base. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, the Braves are shutting out the Cardinals 3-0. Jason Hayward has a bases clearing double.
Boy, they've jumped on the Cardinals early in those 3 games so far and won all 3, and won in a late game in extra innings on Friday. Phillies are going to be in St. Louis in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks from today. In fact, they'll be finishing up a 4-game series with the Cardinals.
Ball 4. So Galvis is aboard with a leadoff walk. And here comes Carlos Ruiz to pinch hit for Brian Schneider.
Yeah, they're going to, for the lead, they're going to go for, not necessarily for more offense, because Schneider's done a good job, but you have a left-hander out there, so you do this percentage-wise, and then you go with your better defensive catcher with a lead.
Carlos overall 327, 6 home runs, 22 runs batted in.
Brian did a great job today, though, helping them get runs. Knocked in a 2-out run, and
that ball is scorched right back through the middle for Ruiz.
And he scored as a 2-out run.
Well, they're going to bring Hamels back. He was in the on-deck circle. His afternoon complete with 7 innings. Thought maybe they'd have him get up there to sacrifice the runners up. But they've decided to bring up Placido Polanco, who's a hit shy of 2,000 for his career. Thought he had it last night.
Yeah, that would have been a huge hit last night. Might have won the game for him. Good job by Cole Hamels after a week. Hadn't pitched for a week. Well, they got to look for a bunt here. Do the Padres. That doesn't mean that Polanco is going to bunt. The reason that Charlie bunts with him a lot of times is he does hit into double plays. So, you know, you get caught in between where they let him swing away, or he could get a base hit for you, but you worry about the double play.
He didn't square. He takes low. It's 1-0.
No, this is one of those cases, and you have the lead too. That's another big point about whether you bunt here or not. You know, you want more runs, but if you didn't have the lead and you're down by 2, you almost have to bunt in this situation, get the runners in the scoring position. Now, take a few chances with a lead.
1 ball, no strikes, the count. And a line drive caught by Darnell. Oh, man. He was playing up also, and he still was able to snag that one.
Well, he wasn't convinced that Polanco wasn't going to bunt in that situation. Boy, that 2,000 hits getting tough. You know, they robbed Polanco last night, and this is highway robbery. Good job by the base runners there, because he's looking for 2 and maybe for 3 on that.
Yeah, the key was Galvis getting back over at second.
Yeah, he could have thought, well, I got me a double play somewhere.
Well, it's up to Rollins now with 2 on.
About hitting in a tough lock on that pitch.
Rollins homer to start the first for the Phils, his 38th career leadoff home run. He's also flied to left and grounded out to second. Now the 1-0 pitch inside 2-0.
Well, this guy, for a right-handed hitter, looks like he has a nice fastball to hit. And now Jimmy Rollins is in a nice fastball count. Just, it's hard and straight.
It's a guy who was drafted 4 different times, 3 times by the Giants. Finally signed with the Giants when he was selected in the 15th round in 2005. Popped him up. Infield fly roll will be called momentarily. Alonso has trouble with it, and it drops free. The batter's out.
Oh,
the runners
man.
can advance, and Ruiz is out at second base.
Jeez. It's a double play.
He didn't tag him, though.
He didn't tag him, right?
Whoa.
He didn't tag him, exactly. I was thinking that, too. What's he doing? He doesn't tag him.
Bud Black is going out.
Because that's a double play. Carlos makes a huge mistake there and gets away with it.
See, the hitter is automatically out, so
Right.
that erases the force.
And the runners can go at their own risk.
Right.
Here it is right here, and he doesn't tag him.
Yeah,
has his
it's not
foot
a
on the
force
bag.
anymore.
No.
And Carlos kind of leaned away. That fooled me.
And now if he tags him, he still could have tagged him.
So the putout goes to Alonso.
Here it is, the infield fly rule. The batter's automatically out, but that takes the force off.
Right. They're thinking that since Rollins is running, as the arm goes up.
And now Carlos Ruiz, you know, it's almost like he forgot the rule.
Right.
You know, he doesn't have to go anywhere there. The rule goes at their own risk.
Well, he went at his own risk, and because of the non-tag, the Phillies get a break. So second and third with 2 outs. And Pierre takes high. So the infielders, Jason Bartlett in particular, I'm sure he realized that Rollins was out, but he probably still thought the force was in play. I mean, it fooled me for a second.
Yeah, but it shouldn't fool the players.
That was the second baseman's ball, too, to catch that. Alonso was having trouble from the get-go. Inside 2-0 to Pierre.
I'd really like to make them pay for that. These guys do make mistakes. It's one of the reasons why they're 10 games under 500 already. Saw it last night. Phillies let them get away with it. Well, how'd they score the advance on that? Just a fielder's choice?
Yep.
Yeah, when in doubt.
Fielder's choice.
Guy moves up a bag, fielder's choice. In this case, 2 moved.
In the dirt, 3-1 now to Pierre.
He's gotten a couple of big hits in this spot. He has 2 two-run singles this year with 2 outs to right field. One of them was off that Cashner who we saw here last night. The other one was off a guy in Pittsburgh. Can't think who it was. From the Sunday game, the final game of that series.
3-2 the count. All right, so now they've changed it from a fielder's choice to an error on Alonso to allow the runners to advance.
Okay.
Never touched it, did he?
Yeah, it was hard to tell. He might have gotten a little leather on it.
3-2 the count to Pierre. And a called strike 3. So Juan goes down looking. Phillies force Hinshaw into a little bit of trouble, but he works his way out of that difficulty. On to the 8th inning. Alonso will lead it off for the Padres. here for homes. Talk to us today about how we can help guide you to the loan that's right for you. Buy WB Mason. You can't go wrong when you buy right. And buy the Pennsylvania Lottery. Play Instant Millions, the new instant game for the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 years or older to play. Please play responsibly. Wholesale changes for the Phillies as we go to the 8th inning. We'll start with John Mayberry moving from first base to left field. Then we go to third, where Placido Polanco stays in the game. And Ty Wigginton goes from third over to first. Carlos Ruiz will do the catching. He has to switch helmets. He wore the wrong helmet out there to warm up. And Jose Contreras will be the new pitcher.
And they're going to have Bastardo up right away. These guys have a lot of left-handed potential moves off the bench. They're going to start with a left-handed hitter, but then they go right. But they have 3 left-handed hitters and a switch hitter available right now.
Qualls has pitched in each of the last 2 games. So that's the reason that it's Contreras here in the 8th against Yonder Alonso. He swings at the first pitch. Polanco will give it a look, and it's out of play.
This is where the bullpen needs to step up now. This 8th inning is your ball game. Because if you get it to Papelbon, you feel like you have a heck of a chance to win with this lead.
Bullpen has been an issue for the Phillies. A 5.13 earned run average coming into this game. We have found ourselves saying an awful lot this year. It's the first time in a while for this. It's the first time in a while for that. Well, it's the first time in a long time that the bullpen has been this roughed up.
Yeah.
Even last year with all the injuries, they were fine.
Yeah, and it's such a problem early in the season like that because they're falling behind people.
Breaking ball inside and low.
Good job by Cole today. 108 pitches for Hamels. There were 21 foul balls mixed in there, so that really built up his pitch count. Just don't want to walk the leadoff hitter. That gets the other team feeling good about things and gets your own team back on their heels.
Checked. Doesn't matter. Called. Strike 3. A slider, it looked like. Maybe it was a split. No, it was a slider. And there's one away. Had a lot of downward action to it.
He must have backdoored him with it. He says that pitch is down or something like that. He's right. It was down. That's a good break for the Phillies right there. I mean, it's not where he catches it. It's whether across the front of the plate above the knees. Maybe it did. Don't think so.
Now Jesus Guzman, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI. 2 RBIs in the series for Guzman. It's a foul ball. Boy, he really slowed up his splitter on that one. That was a good splitter. This looked like a curveball the way it broke down and away.
Well, now you can go a lot of different ways. You got a right-handed hitter buried. Don't have to throw a strike.
He hooks it to left field. That'll drop for a hit and go to the wall on one hop. And Guzman is into second with a 1-out double. Second hit of the day for him.
Hung it. We said didn't have to throw a strike there. He didn't mean to do it, but he put it right up in the zone for him.
Well, Wheels, once the Phillies come back from their series in Chicago, they've got a series against the Red Sox and then 3 games against the Nationals. Beginning next Monday, the 21st at 7:05. All 3 games are night games. Hatfield Dollar Dog Night on Tuesday, the 22nd. Order your tickets by going to Phillies.com. So 1 out. Hundley is up. Bastardo continues to warm in the pen for the Phillies. Hundley's 0 for 3. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. It's 0-1.
Yeah, they have Venable, Kotsay, and Baker, left-handed hitters available, and Chase Headley, a switch hitter.
They've already used Orlando Hudson. Not sure how available Kotsay will be after leaving last night's game with a stiff back.
Right. And when you're sitting in the Phillies dugout, you're thinking the same thing.
That's why a lot of times you don't get injury updates before games.
No.
Because the other manager, if they're not going to make a move, they want to make sure that the other team thinks that every pinch hitter is available.
Right.
Gamesmanship.
Why would they let you know?
So we could be a fountain of information.
Yeah, right.
Well, you really tied him up with that pitch.
You got a little help on that one, it looked like. That's good. Now he got back to even at 2-2 as opposed to 3-1.
Cashner's warming in the pen. Bullpen coach is doing a little teaching on both ends.
Mick always makes them aware of, you know, if they're going to come into the game, who they could be facing. And they look at reports. This guy has some power, boy. You don't want to hit his bat. You can pitch to him. He's got a lot of holes, but you make a mistake and he can tie the game.
Runner goes, pitches low, gets away from Carlos. It was right in front of him. So runner at third now, and it's 3-2 to Hundley. Guzman's second stolen base of the year. The Phillies will play the infield back. They'll try to get the out, concede the second run of the day. Three-two pitch. Ground ball left side. Run will come home. Might be a tough play. Rollins quick release in time. An RBI on the ground out for a Hundley. It's now a 3-2 game. But there are two outs.
Well, he had catcher running there, and Jimmy made a good play and quick release. Strong throw got him. But that wild pitch puts us within one. Here it is. Hundley does not run all that well. Long throw. Jimmy really couldn't even step into it that much. Use a crow hop. He had to catch it and throw it and got him.
Darnell's 0 for 3 in this ball game. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. Polanco's way over toward the line at third. You see the bullpen for the Padres. Brock to the right, Cashner to the left, both right-handers.
Yeah, they're taking away any kind of extra base hit here on the left side.
And a liner to left field, a base hit. He broke at his bat. First hit of the day for Darnell. And here comes Perino. The fans are getting a little uncomfortable right now.
Oh, yeah. So are we. So is he. Seen this act too much. That's it.
Charlie Manuel's going out. That's going to be it for Contreras. At least I think it is. Bullpen door is swung open. And there's the signal. So a pitching change here in the 8th inning. The Phillies lead is at 1 with a runner at first. Antonio Bastardo is going to come in. It's an AT&T call to the bullpen here at Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies on top, 3-2. Series with a business person special. And don't forget, as we get closer to the end of the school year, the Phillies Baseball Academy is open for boys and girls ages 6 to 14. You get professional coaching and you get skill development, includes official Baseball Academy uniforms, 17 different locations, several different weeks to choose from. Go to philliescamps.com. Jose Contreras is allowed to run, and there's a runner on. Andy Perino, a switch hitter, will bat right-handed now against the lefty Bastardo. Going to throw over to first. And back easily is Darnell. So it's tomorrow against the Astros at 7:05. Tuesday, a business person special, Citizens Bank business person special. Then the Phillies are on the road again. There's a strike at 92 miles an hour from Bastardo, 0-1. Antonio's numbers 1-1, a 1.80 earned run average. Jonathan Papelbon, by the way, is starting to throw in the pen for the Phillies.
Yeah, they know they will use him for an out in the 8th inning at some point. They didn't want to do it early in the season, but the way things are going, he's starting to get ready quick. You never know.
He said it could take him 8 pitches. With the adrenaline and everything else, he said he could be ready in 8 pitches.
Warm day.
Yeah, he said in April when it's cool, it's a little different. Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 the count as Perino fouls it back.
You don't want him near the 8th inning if you can avoid it. You know, this is where your other guys have to step up and do their job. They have roles, and they have to do their job if they're going to be good.
One ball, 2 strikes the count. And the pitch on the hands. A little looper to short, caught out of the air by Rollins. And the side is retired. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 man left, 3 outs to go. But first, the Phils get a chance to take some more hacks as we go to the bottom of the 8th here in Philadelphia. A beautiful day around the Delaware Valley. If you're here at the ballpark, you've enjoyed a pretty good ball game. That's not done just yet as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies up 3-2. And it'll be Shane Victorino to start it off for the Phillies. They'll do so against right-hander Brad Brock, who pitched in game 1 of this series. This is the 11th game for Brock. 0-1, a 2.89 earned run average. Let's see if the Phillies can get some insurance back. They gave up a run in the top of the 8th. Jonathan Papelbon continues to throw in the bullpen for the Phillies. Victorino's 0 for 3 today. He's grounded out twice. He's also flied to center. Phillies with 3 runs on 7 hits. The Padres 2 runs on 7 hits. Jeff Suppan started for the Padres. He went 6. He was pretty effective. Then it was Alex Hinshaw who pitched a scoreless 7th inning. He got into a little bit of trouble, but worked out of it. Now Brock, who has evened up the count 1-1 to Victorino. Phillies are 6.5 games back in the National League East. Nationals and the Reds are still in a rain delay. It's been a long rain delay.
3 hours.
See, Michael Costanzo was called up by the Reds to play third base for Scott Rowland.
Yeah, Rowland had to go into DL with a bad shoulder again.
2-1 pitch. With a flare to center field. Maben, I don't think he saw it right away. He was so far back, but it, well, maybe he just figured he couldn't get it.
Yeah, he couldn't get to that. And they're playing really deep right there. Maybe too deep.
Hunter Pence is 0 for 3. He's grounded out a couple times. He is going to be pleased to say goodbye to the Padres.
Yeah, they pitched him pretty well, or else and a combination of getting himself out. Because we need to get another run. Make it a little bit easier. Keep that tie-in run further away in the 9th. Said it earlier about what he's into right now, and he does chase bad balls, but what he's in right now is he's taking the pitches that are really hittable. He takes them, and then he chases bad stuff. And he guesses wrong a lot. You know, the first pitch, thinks he's going to get a fastball, so he takes a wild swing at something off speed or way out of the zone. Happens.
To the count. He continues to answer the questions though after the game. He said last night, he goes, I got to be better. I have to be able to drive that run, and he meant the one in the 7th inning last night when he popped out.
He got a little bit of hanging slider, had a pitch of handle, he pulled off it, popped it up.
0-2 the count.
Uh-oh.
Victorino was leaning a little bit. He got back.
Yeah, it looked like they had him because he did start to lean.
They pitch out.
So that made him pitch out after they saw that. This guy's pitch out more than any team we've seen so far.
And the Phillies haven't stolen that many bags during this series. Whether that's because Black has done that often.
Well, you know, he did that because he saw the flinch by Victorino. But now he got Pence into a much better count.
Outside 3-2.
Well, he'd love to be able to run in this situation, but he swings and misses so much. This guy's throwing a lot of sliders. I don't know. I think Jimmy talking there to Charlie Manuel, will they take a chance and run here?
There goes Victorino, swing and a miss. The throw to second by Hundley, not in time. So Victorino swipes the bag. It's a strikeout for Pence.
He got the 3-2 breaking ball there. And we're afraid, you know, he might swing and miss at it into a strikeout double play. Good job by Shane to steal the bag. You're going to come out and argue it, huh? He was safe.
Well, it looked like he was safe.
They didn't even argue it, did they? The fielders? Straight steal.
Maybe they're saying that his swipe tag got him before he got to the bag. Did he?
And he popped up. Whoop.
Nope.
No, he's safe. It was close, but you know, it looked like he was safe all the way. Well, when he saw that replay, it was close.
So Victorino 30 for his last 33 in stolen base attempts. Now Ty Wigginton.
Teams have been running on the Phillies stealing third base when their pitchers have been forgetting about guys back there and not paying enough attention. And your base run, you go, okay, one quick look he gave me, and then went home. See if he does it again. Same thing, but a little bit longer pause, but he's done the same thing twice now.
So it won the count. Wigginton fouls it back. Wigginton today reached on error in the second and scored. Popped out to short in the fourth. Singled in the sixth. Applebaum just standing on the mound out in the bullpen. He's ready to go. Phillies are hoping to give him a little bit more of a lead. He went, so it's 2-2.
Kind of a frisbee type of slider up there, and he definitely went.
And a called strike three. Calls it a strike at the knees. Back-to-back Ks for Brock. 2 outs. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, we check back in on what's going on down in Florida. The Mets have taken a 4-2 lead. That game has moved to the top of the 9th inning.
Murphy can hit. They find a place for him to play. That's what they keep trying to do. He can swing the bat.
Yeah, the Mets are 19-14. They're 2 games behind the Nationals. The Marlins are 17-16.
They win that game today. They go 5-1 to Philadelphia and Miami. Pretty good.
Mayberry's 0 for 3. 1-0 the count.
Phillies have 2 2-out runs today. Many times that wins and loses ball games for you, whether you get them or you give them up. And here would be a sweet time to make it 3. Oh my. You're right, sir.
Not a good anybody's pitch.
Not a good pitch.
Three and 1 the count. Must be tough for a right-hander with Brock throwing across his body like that.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a crossfire guy. A little bit of frisbee breaking ball. It'd be much easier much more comfortable to hit off from the left side. Kind of works from the first base side of the rubber. That's one of those scars. Stroman's.
Ball 4, Mayberry's on. So now it's left up to Galvis with first and second and 2 outs. Phillies have had a base runner in every inning but 1 today. That was back in the 4th. Freddie walked his last time up, was left over at third. So he's 0 for 2. Galvis takes a strike. It's 0-1. There's the scoring position. Padres 0 for 8. Phillies 2 for 10. Last night the Phillies were 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. They left 12.
Well, they got those 2-out runs today with the hit for runners in scoring position. Trying for a third.
One ball, one strike to count to Galvis. Outside, 2-1. Nick Hundley just reminded third baseman James Darnell what the signal was on if there's an attempted steal. I think he wants him to stay put. I don't think he wants him to cover. It was kind of interesting because Darnell took a step or two over.
Yeah, because it doesn't mean that much for the runner to get to third. It's more don't let a ball go through the hole. Don't leave all that ground open. Not much you can do as a manager with your pitcher not throwing strikes.
There's ball 4. Pitch was awfully close. The bases are now loaded, and the Phillies will take this because Carlos Ruiz is coming up. 2 walks and a base hit in the inning given up by Brock. Here comes Darren Balsley. Well, this Tuesday, the Phillies and the Houston Astros will play a Citizens Bank Business Person Special. It's the final game of this homestand. The Phillies then head off to Chicago. Following the game, it's the Modell Sporting Goods Senior Stroll the Bases for folks 55 and older. Tickets are available now by going to Phillies.com. So make your purchase 24/7 at Phillies.com. Nobody up in the Padres bullpen. Downstairs, Papelbon is just walking around. And Carlos Ruiz trying to give the Phils a little breathing room. They're up by 1, and they have the bases loaded. Carlos takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Playing him towards right center, big gap. Well, actually pinching him in the alleys, but more towards right center, giving him the lines.
Yeah, the line is wide open in left and also in right. And he goes the other way. Alonso knocks it down and then takes it to the bag. So the Phillies leave 3 here in the 8th. They leave the bases loaded. Jonathan Papelbon has just a little wiggle room. He's got a 1-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Phillies will take on the Astros tomorrow and Tuesday. Both of those games are on Comcast Sportsnet. Then it's off to Chicago for 2 night games. Comcast Sportsnet on the 16th, PHL 17 on Thursday the 17th. Back home next weekend against the Red Sox here at Citizens Bank Park. Jonathan Papelbon is the new pitcher for the Phillies, getting a chance for his first save opportunity since the 1st of May against the Atlanta Braves. It's been that long. He was 8 for 8.
There are the numbers on him. Left-handed hitters 208, right-handers 143, and here come these left-handed hitters we were talking about.
So 0-1, a 2.77 earned run average. Papelbon was 8 for 8 in save opportunities in April, 1 for 1 here in May. He was the Major League Baseball's delivery man of the month for the month of April. That's how good he was, but he hasn't had a lot of opportunities. Will Venable will lead it off as a pinch hitter. Venable, and then Chase Headley, another pinch hitter. Swing and a miss on the first pitch at 95.
Yeah, they have these guys left at the end for left-handed batters. Again, a bat against Papelbon, that's what they want.
There's Headley. Cole Hamels started. He went the first 7, allowed a run on 5 hits. He pitched very well. Then Jose Contreras, 2/3 of an inning. Bastardo got the final out in the 8th, and now it's Papelbon trying to give the Phils a series victory over the Padres. Swing and a miss at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball with great life on it, and it's 1-2. Venable started the first 2 games. Papelbon fall off the mound a little weird.
Yeah.
Oh, he's holding the side. He's trying to stretch it out a little bit. He slipped.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it just looked really awkward, and Ruiz ran right out there, but Scott Sheridan didn't come out, or Charlie. Scott Sheridan, Phil's trainer.
Swing and a miss. He got him with a splitter. He kind of landed awkwardly again. Yeah. 1 out here in the 9th.
Something not 100% right now with him.
So here's Chase Headley.
He's stretching something out right now. Here's another look. Oh boy.
Headley, a 244 hitter with 4 homers and 16 runs batted in.
This guy's a pretty good player, and he'll take pitches too.
Swing and a miss at the first one. It's 0-1. That was a splitter. It wasn't a fastball. 90 miles an hour. Cameron Maybin's on deck. He's come out throwing strikes.
Sure has. And Headley's one of those guys we're talking about will take pitches, but he's very aggressive here. You know, he has some power. Maybe he's thinking, I'm going to try and tie it up.
Got the puppet, got the hat, ready to go. The 0-2 pitch. Another foul ball. This one out toward the Hall of Fame club up the left field line. he go? Yes, he did, says Dan Iasonia. 2 outs. Headley doesn't realize it just yet. He had to know it, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's just walking, hoping he gets a non-call there.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
Definitely chases this. A really good high fastball after those pitches down. It's intentional. And you see Carlos Ruiz set up. He went. From every angle, he's going to go.
Thought he even got a piece of that, too.
If he'd have hit that thing, it might have gone 200 feet.
So now 2 outs. Back to the top of the order. Cameron Maben, the hitter. Phillies trying to finish off the Padres, finish off the season series. First pitch, just a little inside.
And they've been playing this defense. They have them way back in the outfield, no doubles, and Polanco on the line at third on the pull side. They actually have Wigginton towards the line at first, so he doesn't squirt one down that way.
Swing and a miss to the slider. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Maben. He's 2 for 4.
It's a pitch Papelbon got hurt on the other night. It was a slider, but he threw a couple helicopters up there. That was a real good biting down and away slider.
To right field. Pence going back, warning track toward the wall, makes the catch a few steps shy of the wall, and the Phillies have won the series. They win today 3-2 as Jonathan Papelbon picks up his 10th save of the year. It's a 1-run victory, and today the bullpen did its job. They got to Papelbon, and he gets a 1-2-3, top of the 9th inning, to ease the minds of this Mother's Day crowd here at Citizens Bank Park. 3-2 the final score. Juan Pierre had himself a pretty big day. Pierre had an RBI double in the 5th inning. That provided the Phils with their 3rd run. He finished with 2 hits overall. Jimmy Rollins a leadoff home run in the bottom of the 1st. Cole Hamels is now 5-1. He went 7 innings, allowed a run on 5 hits. And Jonathan Papelbon finished it off. And why not? Cole Hamels really battled today and had some pretty good stuff as this game moved on.
Yeah, he did a great job. He's won his last, Phillies have won his last 6 starts, and he's 5-0 in them. Started off, you know, he looked like he was a little bit rusty, didn't have great command, and then started to pick it up. A lot of foul balls, so he went 7 innings, but he had really good command as the game went along. Gave him a heck of a chance to win the ball game, and that's what he did, and he is our Chevrolet player of the game.
All right, Juan Pierre, as we said, had a big day in front of his mom and his wife on Mother's Day. Greg Murphy has Juan down on the field.
All right, thank you very much, T-Mac. Yeah, 2 of the 8 hits off the bat of Juan Pierre, the biggest, obviously, in the bottom of the 5th inning. The go-ahead, the eventual winning run. Take us through that at bat, Juan.
Just was looking for some out over the plate. Tried a bunt attempt. I was going to push it and try to surprise. I know Snyder can't run over there, so I was trying my hard bunt, so they'll try to get me. That didn't work, and he came. Once I got 2 strikes, I had to cover every pitch, and he left one a little bit out over the plate more than he would like, and I usually don't hit him down that line too often, but it worked out today.
It worked out today, indeed, and it worked out. I know your mom was here, and your wife is here, and your baby as well. Always nice to play well in front of mom, right?
Always, always. Good thing mom doesn't care whether you go 0 for 4 or 4. She still loves you. Now, Dad, on the other hand, is different, so Father's Day will be a little different, but it was good to have family in town and do well.
That is so true. Let me just ask you big picture. You win this series over San Diego after being swept out by the Mets. Just how important is it for this team? Is it something to build on, winning a series like this?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. You win series throughout the season, your record will be good in the back. But right now where we're at, we'll take this one and going into tomorrow with a little bit of confidence. But, yeah, where we're at now, definitely to win a series is good. Because coming off the sweep, you just want to win one in the series. But definitely winning 2 games here and hopefully continue to keep it going.
All right, Juan, continued success to you.
All right, thank you.
Juan Pierre, pleasing mom and going to please Dad on Father's Day as well, I'm sure, T-Mac.
All right, Murph, thank you very much. The Phils win it 3-2. Jonathan Papelbon, his 10th save of the year. Cole Hamels, his 5th win. We'll be back to talk more about it right after this.